But if you see me live, you would know it. Jumping on my do aerobics, boss like P90X. Boss like we write the checks now. Floss like we like the flex. Bust down, bust down, bust down. AMG, no bust now. Amiri jeans, SB dunks with a Fiends T, no button down. Respectfully.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two former division rivals in the old AFC West. The Seahawks and Chargers are underway. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The drive starts with a run by Allen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And a short pickup to about the 25. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the 25 on 2nd down, Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that nearly an interception here on his opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here we go on 4th. Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing again is Smith. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
But sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
In motion left comes Williams. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Man, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Herbert off of play action. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. The Chargers sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. They'll run. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Here's Herbert. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with third down coming up. Where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on third down, Smith. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Throwing on second down, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. The slot man in motion right. Now Smith steps away to his left. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Smith. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. They snap it to Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert now. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. High throw, but the catch is made. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. from the left hash. A chip shot here. Hopkins' kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early two-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. Running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Geno. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Smith. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. A little juke. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw is Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
From the red zone now, Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant from 19 yards away. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Fielded just inside the 30. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And whatever adjustments they made at intermission, they're working because the first half they didn't look so hot. Now they seem to be clicking.
And you know me really well, partner. A lot of the time I like to downplay the idea of adjustments. Maybe it's just they executed better. But in this case, I think you're right on to something. They look so much sharper, so much better. They obviously saw something they needed to change, and they did exactly that.
Change is working right now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Walker with another carry. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Smith on 3rd down. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
On 1st down, Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the 38, Smith. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Smith. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now it's Smith. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Charger drive about to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Third and long, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And that will force a turnover on downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
In motion, the tight end. Back to Walker on first down. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And going right back to Walker. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try for the first with Walker. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. They'll run for it. It's Walker, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Now Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Herbert to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Throwing, Herbert. That's caught by Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Herbert. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Herbert going to throw. He finds his target, Allen. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Herbert throwing again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
One last throw here for Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. So an offensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball.